that changed for me probably about 7 years ago. The process. It started when I got saved.
Yeah.
Being saved, loving God, getting into the church, getting serious about my walk with God, and then learning myself as a woman. But then I attached myself to another woman, and I attached myself to her identity. So now I'm somebody that I'm not for 14 years.
Wow. Hello, my name is Valeria Wright, and this is Pressed into Purpose. Let's meet today's guest. Today's guest is Prophetess Pastor Corene Gardner. Corene Gardner is a passionate and visionary leader known for her unwavering confidence, boundless energy, and deep devotion to God and His people. With over 20 years of ministry experience, she serves not only as a pastor, but also as an entrepreneur, coach, mentor, YouTube content creator, social media influencer, and community leader. Corene is joyfully married to Apostle Gino Gardner, with whom she has shared 22 years of love and partnership. Together, they are proud parents of their two beautiful children, Sky and Zion. An Army veteran, Corene's life is a testament to resilience, dedication, and service. She holds a bachelor's degree in human services with a concentration in addiction and is currently pursuing her master's degree in clinical mental health counseling at Liberty University. Corene is the founder of Pampered Pretty, where she recently launched her own hair care line. She is also a licensed realtor in Alabama, and she demonstrates her commitment to empowering others in all aspects of life. Known as the Wounded Healer, Prophet Pastor Corene brings a fresh and relatable perspective to the gospel of Jesus Christ, bridging the gap between generations and inspiring healing and transformation for women worldwide. With a unique call to entrepreneurship in the marketplace, she challenges others to expand their thinking, embrace financial literacy, and do the necessary work to heal and step into their God-ordained destiny. Prophetess Pastor Corene Gardner is a true force for the kingdom, a voice of healing, and an innovative leader committed to empowering others to thrive spiritually, emotionally, and practically. Please help me welcome Pastor Prophetess Corene Gardner.
Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I am so honored that you have chosen to be my guest today.
I'm happy to be here.
Listen. We just got to let the people know we are on location in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, in the Gardner residence. I appreciate your willingness to allow me and the podcast into your home.
Absolutely.
Because listen, I'm excited about today's conversation.
Yes.
I'm excited about, what God is, how God is going to show up.
Right. Because you know He will.
You know He will, you know. So let's jump right into this.
Yeah.
I have the privilege of knowing you for over 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
And I met you when you were a mere 18?
Probably about 19 or 20.
Okay, all right. And listen, I just knew you as Gino's wife. And I said, oh, okay, Gino got a wife. He done went on to the military, got a wife. But listen, over the years, you are so much more than just Gino's wife.
Thank you.
You are a leader, a friend, a mother, a wife, an entrepreneur. Listen, all the things that I've read. But I know you to be a true, genuine woman of God.
Thank you.
And I just want to tell people, I appreciate your walk. I appreciate how you show up in the space. You meet a lot of people. But the first day I met you, I knew two things about you. You were serious. Listen.
as a heart attack, baby.
And you were genuine.
Thank you.
And well, 3, and that you love the Lord.
Mm.
And so I just want to start off our conversation by asking you this question. As you look over your life, how would you sum it up to this point?
My God. How would I sum my life up to this point? Grace.
Okay. Dig into that for me.
Grace, and if I could have a second thing that I would say, I would definitely say healed.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a journey. You see, we gonna dig into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a journey.
Yes.
A long journey.
Yes.
The woman that you see today,
Mm-hmm.
it took a while to get here. It took a while, but I was dedicated and determined to get here by any means necessary.
Any means that. Come on.
Yeah.
So grace and what was the second word? Sorry. Grace and healed. That's the important one.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Healed. So in order to be healed, there have to be some wounds.
Absolutely.
So you have been called the wounded healer. Let's unpack that. How did that come about?
God told me that. He coined me that, the wounded healer.
Okay.
Healer. One day I was going through some challenges like I normally do, coming through my healing phases, going through my healing journey. And I kept asking God, like, what is the purpose behind all of this that I'm going through, the things that I've seen, the things that I've experienced? And God said, because I've anointed you to be the wounded healer. Meaning you're going through so you can help somebody else.
Come on.
You have to journey through healing in order to help others heal.
Yes.
And how better way to do it through somebody that has experienced it? Because it's one thing to talk about healing and talk about going through things, but when you have lived it, when you've been through the trenches,
listen,
it's a whole nother testimony when you live the testimony. So you can see it in other people.
Yes.
You can hear it in conversations when you're dealing with someone that's broken, or someone that has gone through situations that have broken, or if they're in pieces, you can pick up on it because you've been there. You know the language, you know the facial expressions, you know the heart posture, you know the looks on their faces, you know the words and the lingo that they speak, that is coming from a wounded place.
Yes.
And so I'm very sensitive to those areas, not to judge, but just to push you to heal.
Come on. Listen. Don't you get me started too early now. Don't you get me started too early.
I feel my help early.
Listen. Yeah. Look, because I talked to your husband a little while ago.
Okay.
And listen, I about ran about this chair. Wow. And I said, we got to get your wife on the podcast.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying? And now here you are. You see what I'm saying?
He has that effect on me too. He has that effect on me too.
He's a pusher,
yeah.
You know.
I'm glad to be here.
Listen,
yes.
So let's go to the young Corene. Let's start where it all started. Right. So tell me about the young Corene and what life was like for you.
Young Corene was fragile. Young Corene had low self-esteem.
Okay.
Young Corene didn't like all of this melanin.
Okay.
Because I have big eyes, big lips, and a big nose, and then I'm dark skinned. Then that was a problem for me because I wasn't comfortable in the skin that I was in.
Okay.
And I wasn't necessarily told you're beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are. You're enough, you know? And so growing up, I had low self-esteem. I wasn't as confident as I am today. That's why I said it was a journey to get there.
Okay.
And so young Corene was very unsure of herself. But young Corene knew deep down on the inside that you're going to be somebody.
Come on. And
you're going to be somebody.
Listen.
Like I low key, high key knew that I was going to be famous.
Come on.
It took me a while to come to the realization. It was like an out of body experience. Like you're experiencing life this way, but inside you're a beast.
Yeah.
Just waiting
to
come
be
out.
unleashed.
You're right.
Yes.
Just waiting to come out.
Yeah.
But you just need somebody to tell you that it's okay to be you. That it's okay. It's okay to be different.
Yes.
It's okay that you're not like everybody else.
It is.
It's okay that they don't like you.
It is. It's okay.
Because they're going to love you later.
Listen.
Or either hate you even more because of where God is going to take you.
See. Okay.
So until I came to grips with that. And it wasn't until I intensified my relationship with God that I was able to really start the process.
Okay.
But I still wasn't there.
Right. I mean, listen, this process is something about the process.
Yeah.
And I feel like in life, we're always going through a process. Yeah. It's not just you go through the process and you all good. No, now it's time for the next process.
Right.
And the next process.
The refining.
Come on, the refiner's fire. Come on. Yes. Say, listen, don't you do it. Okay.
Yes, the refinement.
So young Corene had low self-esteem. Young Corene was not excited per se about the skin that she was in. Now, when did that change for you?
That changed for me probably about 7 years ago.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
About 2015 is when the turnaround happened for me.
Wow.
The process. It started when I got saved.
Yeah.
But that was years of process.
Yes.
Years of process. That was me being saved, loving God, getting into the church, getting serious about my walk with God, and then learning myself as a woman. But then I attached myself to another woman, and I attached myself to her identity. So now I'm somebody that I'm not for 14 years.
Wow. Because you're like, well, she seemed like she got it together.
Right. This is my example. Maybe I should look like her. Maybe I should act like her, be like her.
Okay.
And then I didn't have anyone to say, no, be you.
Right.
And it's okay that you can be you and still be saved. So it wasn't until about 7-8 years ago.
Wow.
That I came in contact with a leader that almost like gave me permission.
Yes.
To be me.
Because we need that.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we need the permission. Because God has given us everything we need in the beginning, but if nobody ever tells you,
right,
you're great just the way you are, you just need some refinement.
Yeah.
Like, don't change your personality.
Right.
Don't change, your uniqueness. Just refine it.
Just refine it.
Wow. Okay. So we got to unpack this.
Yeah. Because I know that's hard. That was shocking for you to hear. Because you're like, wait a minute now. I've known you 20 years.
Exactly.
And you mean to tell me?
So that means that you were... Okay, so listen.
I done messed up.
Yeah. So that means that you were a wife, a mother, a military woman.
Struggling with identity.
Wow. Now, I know parts of your story. So I want to ask a question about a part of your story, and then we can move forward. But I know that you became a chaplain while in Iraq, correct?
Yes. Well, not necessarily a chaplain. I was still a lower enlisted soldier.
Okay.
And God told me to ask the chaplain if I could hold a service. And I was afraid at first. I said, nah, he's not going to, like, who am I?
Right.
I'm a female, first of all, lower enlisted soldier, asking this major if I can start a service. And God said, ask him. I've already prepared his heart. So when I asked him, the first thing he said to me is, when would you like to start?
No other questions. When would you like to start?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, so you were bold enough.
Yes.
You were sensitive enough to hear God. You were bold enough to do what he told you to do, and ask what he told you to ask, to whom he told you to ask it.
Right.
And then you went out and did it.
Mm-hmm. Had no idea the capacity of what I was doing.
Okay.
Like looking at it years later, I'm talking about 10, 15 years later, it was almost like an out-of-body experience because I had just gotten really saved and dedicated my life to God during that time. So I was really zealous.
Yes.
I was really on fire for God. Just had recently got married. I was married like 6 weeks and then deployed, right?
Right.
And so,
right.
freshly married over in the sandy
desert
of Iraq. And I was bold enough and heard God, and God said, do it. And I did it. But coming back years later, I'm like, whoa,
right.
that was a lot.
Yes.
Like literally having someone build me a baptism pool,
Wow.
fill it up with water, and I was baptizing people over in Iraq.
Wow.
I was 19 years old. Go ahead.
And no, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Had no idea of the capacity. Like it's now 10 years later, 10 years ago, I'm like, wait, I was really over there. Like I started a church in Iraq.
And I guess that's why, because I knew that story, I guess that's why I was so shocked a few moments ago when you said you just got to this place of confidence and, being okay with the skin you're in less than 10 years ago. So walk me through that.
I think spiritually, I had an awakening.
Okay.
Like when God called me, he called me into ministry in Iraq as well.
Okay.
Right? Told me that I was a preacher and that I was called to be a prophet. Didn't quite understand that layer of what he had called me to do. But I knew that I was supposed to preach the gospel over in Iraq, and I did so. But behind the scenes of what that looked like, me discovering myself as a woman, that was still a journey.
Okay.
That was still a journey for me.
Okay.
But I was confident in what God had told me to do.
Yes.
But being confident to wear my hair a certain way or to express myself a certain way. Being okay with being a content creator. Being okay with starting a bit, things like that. Being okay with the way I look and being able to express how I feel through the way that I dress and not feel like if I wear something that I'm not saved.
Listen, we're going to talk about that because listen.
Yeah. Because I was 20 in my early 20s looking 40.
You and me both. That's why I was just about to say that. When I met you, we was kindred spirits. Because listen, I think I might have been 20. If you was 19, then I was probably 20, 21, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And baby, listen, I was suited and booted, like long skirts with the slit up the back with my church scarf and my whole suit. Look, lime green. You
and
get
a hat.
what
Don't
I'm saying?
forget the hat and the purse.
Listen,
and the purse.
Cause who not gonna be coordinated and holy? Okay. And when I met you, I said, oh, okay, listen, she saved for real.
She saved for real. Okay.
Because that's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
That was what they said you had to look like if you was gonna be saved for real. It wasn't just how you was living, it was how you was looking.
Right, because I could have been living in shambles, but as long as I had to look together.
Come on.
I was in there.
Come on. Now look, let's talk about that. Let's talk about looking the part, but not walking the part.
Right.
Today's episode is brought to you by Destiny Film and Media. Go to destinyfam1.com for all your media needs. Destiny Film and Media, your destiny through film and media.
Right.
So, because I know, not that you were perfect, because none of us are, but you were on fire for God.
Absolutely.
Young woman on fire for God. You entered the military. You have gotten married, and now you are a young mother.
Yes.
What does that look like, being a wife and young mother in the military, but then also now, because your first child is a daughter?
Yes.
What does that look like for you, and what does that unlock in you when you have your daughter?
When I had Sky, I had already gotten out of the military.
Okay.
I got out in 2004 when I returned back from Iraq.
Okay.
And I had Sky in 2006.
Okay.
So motherhood for me was very important because I was determined to do it differently.
Okay.
To do it differently than how I was parented.
Mm-hmm.
So going into motherhood, I was still broken.
Okay.
Even after being saved a good 6-7 years, doing everything that I did in Iraq, there was still some things in me that I had to learn as a new wife, because the first year of my marriage, I was in Iraq.
Right.
So coming back, now my husband gets the brunt of my daddy issues. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because my dad was addicted to drugs and alcohol for the majority of my life.
Okay.
He did not get clean until maybe 3 years before he passed, and he passed in 2015.
Wow.
So Gino had to endure those wounds early off in marriage because I was not healed from that place.
Yes.
So a lot of the arguments were, "You're not my dad. Stop trying to be my dad." And he wasn't trying to be my dad. He was trying to be my husband, but I didn't know the difference.
Because you didn't know what it looked like.
And I didn't know what it looked like.
Okay.
So parenting Sky, I was really hard on Sky in the very beginning. And I regret that now. Like I have lived through regret with that for many, many years, how hard I was on her in the very beginning, because I'm a new mom, fresh off the sands of Iraq, PTSD, daddy issues, a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what that looks like. And now I'm trying to love my child and not be my mom.
Gotcha.
So it was a lot of brokenness, a lot of pain, and a lot of internal, because when where I was in life at that moment, I was almost in a tug of war with my identity.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be who I am, but I feel like I can't because people won't let me.
Okay. Dig into that for me.
Ministry. Ministry-wise,
okay.
I felt trapped. I felt like I was in a box. Like we were just talking about, if I don't look a certain way, then my leaders are not going to approve. They're going to think I'm not saved. I might get sit down. All of the above.
All the things.
I wouldn't dare put this red lipstick on.
Listen, cause...
And definitely when this outfit was... No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
A red lip and some leather.
And some fishnet.
Let the blood of Jesus.
Okay. I've got to be Jezebel. Okay. I got Jezzy. Come on. But see... That's there we are again. Won't let me be me.
Yeah.
And me not being bold enough and confident enough to say, I'm grown. And I'm saved. For real.
Like I really love God.
I really love God.
Yes.
If these fishnets gonna send me to hell on a date night with my husband, then hey,
I don't know what
to tell you. Because there was no way I should have been in my early 20s looking like I was 50.
Listen, I was talking to one of my girlfriends. This was later in life, probably about 10 years ago. We worked together, and I was like, "Girl, listen, I used to be sharp going to church." And she was like, "For real? Where did you shop?" And I told her about the store that I
JCPenney.
No, it was a cat dog. What was the name of the store? Because they Evans. I said, "Oh, I shopped at Evans." Now, see, Evans was a place where the older women shop. You see, but my mother would take me with her. You see what I'm saying? So we would go to Evans, and she would let me pick some stuff out, right? So I would pick out what I thought was the young things. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'd be like, "Oh, this is, I'm cute. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing." And I said, "I used to get compliments and everything." And she said, "Valeria, how old were the people?" She said, "Because my grandma shopped at Evans." I said, "No, they had young stuff." She said, "How old were the people that were complimenting you?" And I sat and I thought about it. And I said, "I guess they was about between 40, 45. She said, I said, "But I was, oh my God, I was 18.
Wow.
Oh my God. And it was at that moment, just about 10 years ago, that I had a epiphany.
Yeah.
Oh, you was like
Yeah.
Real old.
Old. I'm surprised my husband stayed with me.
Listen, same.
Because I remember I had this lavender suit.
Come on, lavender.
I don't know if you remember that lavender suit. Baby, I had the shirt, undershirt. It was almost kind of see-through, but it was covered.
Come on.
It was covered. And the flap, it had the lapel shirt up under
Hey,
there.
yeah, come on.
And baby, I had some lavender shoes.
See, that's what come on, listen. You had to have the shoes that was matching the suit, baby. Listen.
Hey, I remember one day he said, "Them shoes is ugly." I said, "Oh,
Not ugly.
I said, "Oh, let me go throw them away." That ain't it? Oh, okay. My bad.
Cause you was doing it.
I thought when I say I
Suited
thought
and
I
booted,
was,
baby.
I thought I was doing it. He said, "Baby, them shoes is ugly." It didn't want even no like stiletto heel. It was one of them block low heels, 2 inches. I don't even think it was 2 inches. But that's when I had to really come to grips with, wait.
Right.
And then what happened was it was such a butterfly moment because I can remember in my mind the moment I started to transition into myself.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because I went from one mindset, and not that it was a rebel, like I'm just rebelling or anything like that, but it was almost like God shifted me into purpose.
Okay.
Right on time.
Okay.
And he knew that I needed to go through that journey so that I can minister to sister that's coming in looking 85 and she's 20.
Yes.
So as I started to transition, I noticed that the ladies around me took note and were inspired by the journey.
Okay. And
started doing things outside of the box too. So it was almost like God had me leading the charge of deliverance. Because some stuff you just got to be delivered from to say
religion
that ain't got nothing to do with your salvation.
Come on.
Your skirt is on the floor, but at the end of the day, it hangs you up now. Now, come on now. That thing is long.
Listen, because if you wearing a skirt, but the down to the floor, but when you ain't in here, it's everywhere else but at the floor.
Okay.
Listen, what are we even doing?
Okay.
What are we even doing?
So I had to really come to grips with that's not who you are.
Yeah.
This is who you are and be okay with that.
Wow. So I know that you're from Georgia, met the husband in Texas.
Yes.
You all, set up roots there. And then you moved from Texas to Tennessee.
Yes.
Walk me through what was going through your mind at that point. Because at this point, you had not had the awakening.
It was along the process.
Okay. So talk me through that transition and how that unfolded.
Tennessee was like, I felt like going through the Underground Railroad to get to freedom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an analogy.
I felt like Harriet Tubman.
Wow.
It was such a liberating experience. It's hard to explain unless you've been there spiritually and physically. But Tennessee was freedom.
Okay.
In every area of my life. Every area of my life. Tennessee is where I became the Corene Gardner that you see now.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I can see it. Wow.
It was like my awakening.
Yes.
And I felt like all the shackles, all the shackles of religion, because I'm not saying everything that happened in Texas was bad.
Right. No, of course
absolutely was not. I wouldn't be who I am today spiritually.
Listen, without that foundation.
And the discipline and the discipline of fasting and praying and knowing the word of God and being saved and living for God.
Yes.
I wouldn't be where I am today if it was not for my Texas experience.
Absolutely.
But I would not be the Corene Gardner that you know if it had not been for me. I had to go through Tennessee.
Listen, don't you stop preaching over now. Listen, because I know you's a preacher. Listen,
I had to journey.
As Jesus had to go through. Listen, come on.
I had to go.
Come
I had
on.
to go. And it was almost as though that route, it was necessary, it was needed, and it was right on time for where I was in life.
Yeah.
Because Minister Corene was birthed in Texas.
Okay.
But Corene Gardner was birthed in Tennessee. So it was almost like the little girl that we talked about earlier came to herself in Tennessee.
Wow.
But the two experiences worked together.
Yes.
Because I needed that foundation of faith and to be as disciplined as I am. I had to do that. But people look, a lot of women look at me and they're like, you're so confident. Like, how are you so confident? How are you the way that you are? And I'm like, it has been a journey.
Yes.
I didn't just wake up and become Corene Gardner.
Yeah.
It was a journey of self-love, discipline, learning myself, healing from the things that tried to break me.
Listen.
And being okay with facing the dragon, being okay with admitting that I'm wounded, being okay with admitting that hurt me and that affected me.
Yes.
And not trying to sweep that under the rug. Like, no, I'm okay. No, I was not okay.
I wasn't.
That I'm still living. I still got scratches and bruises from some of that stuff. Just because I'm moving on and I'm okay doesn't mean it did not affect me.
It doesn't mean I don't have residue.
And sometimes we just learn how to
go on,
keep going with trauma. But I was determined to face trauma head on.
Okay. So because your degree is in don't let me get it wrong, clinical
mental health counseling.
So is that what made you go into that field, or did something else happen to make you head in that direction?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because people have always told me you're a great listener. You give great advice. But as a clinician, we don't give advice. We create a space, a safe place for people to have a conversation. And so I love talking to people and unpacking their stories.
Yes.
Because I have one too.
Right.
And it's easy for me to sit unbiasedly and listen to your story and help you connect the dots. Because I had to connect my own dots.
Listen.
And find out, see, that's why you're like this. This is why you got a little control bone in you. Because that's the trauma disconnected. And so it's easy for me to help people unpack stuff because I had to do the work.
Got it.
And as a therapist, we have to do the work too. And so I'm very, very passionate about helping people unpack stuff that they try to sweep under the rug.
Yeah.
That underlying issues where we're having trouble connecting with people. We're having trouble with communicating effectively with our spouses, with our friends and family members, because we haven't dealt with stuff that we're trying to keep moving forward with.
Right.
But the baggage and the bones are following us.
Listen, and loud. They're loud.
They rattling. They rattling real loud.
And you like, I'm good.
Hush.
Clank, 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 clank. I know I'm good. That don't bother me. Clank, clank, clank. Listen. And at some point you have to, like you said, confront it head on, deal with it, admit that it bothered you, and then make a decision that you're going to do something about it.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people finally get to the place where they admit that there's something wrong. But not a lot of people take the next step to say, now I need to do something. I need to do something about it. And how do I do something about it? Like,
it's painful.
Well, now you're right about
digging up that stuff.
You're right.
Digging up those wounds, it is pain. It's a painful experience. Our heart captures those memories and it replays it, and it's easier to just push it to the back. I've had people tell me that they don't remember their childhood.
Because they blocked it out.
They blocked it out. It was so painful. Something so traumatic happened to the point where they don't want to remember. So they suppress the memories.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
It is.
That something so painful has happened to you that you block it out and you don't want to think about it. But it takes courage.
It does.
It takes intentionality to be able to say, let me talk about this pain point right here.
Yeah.
Because I realized that this has affected my marriage. This pain point is sabotaging my marriage. The way that I handle my children.
Yes.
This pain point. So I got to address this, as painful as it is.
Right.
Because if you touch a wound, when you talk about something that has wounded you or hurt you, it's almost like snatching the scab. When it's you're trying to heal it, and you snatch it right back off. So it's best to just leave it alone. People say, I'm just not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna just leave that alone.
But if you don't put no ointment on it, if you don't tend to it, then the scar's gonna be much worse, and everybody gonna be like, "What happened to you?" Whereas if you tend to it, if you properly take care of it, and just take care of it, then it's not that it didn't happen, but now you can. How do I want to put it? Instead of informing your life in a negative way, now it can inform your life in a positive way.
Right.
And, I've been through some things myself, traumatic things myself. And you're right. It is super duper painful to relive or unearth something that you didn't even realize was triggering you or was causing you pain.
Yeah.
I had a experience. It was so funny. So I went to the chiropractor one time, and this was my first experience with a chiropractor. And I went to the chiropractor because my knees were bothering me. Okay. So he's doing the adjustment, and about my third visit, he said, "There is a new technique that I am practicing." And I said, "Okay." He said, "It's homeopathic." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what that is, but no, okay." He said, "Would you be okay with me trying this new technique on you?" And I said, "I suppose," because I'm nervous now.
Right.
So he took some drops. Listen, I don't know what these drops was. Listen. Okay. And he said, he put them underneath my tongue. Listen. And he said, "Now take a deep," he stepped behind me. He said, "Now take a deep breath." And he started counting and he started tapping. Listen, I don't even understand. He started counting from 1. And as he tapped, by the time he got to 6, something happened. And he said, "What happened to you when you were 6? I said, "Say what now?" He said, "What happened to you when you were 6? I said, I don't know. He said, "Just take a moment and think about it." Corene.
Yeah.
I had to think about that thing.
Yeah.
And what happened to me when I was 6 was my sister almost died. And I was standing there looking at her in the hospital bed, in the ICU, on life support.
Wow.
Saying, "God, don't take away my best friend."
Wow.
I was at the chiropractor.
Wow. That's powerful.
What?
That is powerful.
I said, I ran up out of that place.
"Sir, I'm gonna have to go."
I got to go. Listen, I ran up out of that place. I called my sister. I said, "You ain't finna believe what just happened to me."
Wow.
And because my sisters were, one of my sisters is a counselor. And so she was going through the process, because, if you're going to counsel others, then you have to walk through that process, as you mentioned. And then one of my other sisters had just started going to therapy because, in our community.
Come on now, let's talk about
this
that.
is new. This is new that we go to therapy and that we, deal with trauma.
Yes.
Because in our community for the longest time, because of so much trauma.
Yeah.
Nobody you just got to move on. You got to get over it. You know what I'm saying?
What happens in this house
stays in this house. And so when I ran up out that chiropractor and I called my sister, I said, he just made me remember something that I didn't even know it was there.
Wow.
And when I told them about it, they were like, wow, that's pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you gonna do about that? And I was like, well, I don't know, but at least I know. This is early. This is early.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know, but yeah, dog, I'm gonna have to really think about this.
Yeah.
And that was my first experience with therapy.
Wow.
Through the chiropractor.
A woman that is fulfilled
Mm-hmm.
is a happy woman.
Come on.
We can operate at our greatest capacity when we are fulfilled.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't be fulfilled if I couldn't be everything that God has called me to be. If I had to choose, or if I had to come in church and be silent.
Right. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Early in my marriage, I thought that that's what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I had to come down, bring myself down so that I could push him up, although he is the leader.
Right.
And he is the head, because that's where God has called him to be.
Absolutely.
That does not mean that I'm supposed to push myself down.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation. I'm not doing this, and this because, I'm trying to help you do this. And he was like, I didn't ask you to do that. I never asked you to do that. In fact, I was looking for the person that I dated for them 3 years that disappeared when we got married.
Uh-oh.
Today's episode is brought to you by Destiny Film and Media. Go to destinyfam1.com for all your media needs. Destiny Film and Media, your destiny through film and media.